because nothing bad happened last session at all. No. So our session started just after Clark told Chester to send help, but not knowing when that would happen, the party went over what to do next. Hal wanted to hit up his temple to hand over all the dolls they found, and John wanted to go find the rest of his friends, and the rest of the party wanted to at least grab the rest of the dolls out of the theater, and then maybe get some rest. So they decided to go to the theater first. When they went through the mirror and started to gather up all the dolls, they noticed someone coming out of a hidden trap door in the middle of the orchestra pit. They were seen, and the figure dove back in and locked the trap door. So after all the dolls were put into the bag of holding, they also noticed that there was a lot of smoke coming into the theater, and after Hal and Kargath went outside to look, they noticed that the city was on fire and some sort of battle was going on. So after a quick decision, Alric picked the lock as Deadman went through the floor to take a look. After a minute, he came back up with some quick sign language to John, and they were informed that there was some sort of cultist lair underground, and that Zatanna was also there. So they popped open the door and went down. It was entertaining trying to watch Kerrigan get down there, but he made it. But, of course, then they were attacked. The fight lasted a few minutes. It was a hard-fought fight, and without the use of a few health potions, they might have lost a few party members and one cat. They at least did use non-lethal damage, as the cultist souls were trapped inside the dolls, and not knowing exactly who everybody was, they had to be very careful. John managed to use a protection of good and evil on Zatanna before she killed everybody. Her body looked like though it hadn't been fed much, and as soon as her soul went back into her body, she pretty much collapsed. Hal and Kargath went about tying up all the cultists as the rest searched the lair. They found about another 30 dolls, all of which went into the bag of holding for later identification. Hal took a quick look upstairs to check on the fire and had a great idea on how to get all the bodies out. He and Kargath went and grabbed the mirror so that it covered the top of the trap door, and then they levitated all the bodies through it into the hag's old amphitheater. They would have to come back later for the mirror, as there was no way of moving it again. It is now permanently on top of the trap door. It was also then that they remembered that time flows differently when you're in a hag's lair and houses, and that they might have been gone for longer than they thought. They also need to sleep, because they are pretty much tapped out, but the city is still on fire. So we'll see what they want to do. That's where our session ended. So what would you guys like to do? You are just coming into the amphitheater after carrying all the bodies of the tied up cultists from the lair. You are now down to 2 portals. One to your house, and one to where the portal is in some sort of cave.
Rest would be nice.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
I am okay with that. I need to get some of the singe off me.
Can we get to our house before we rest so we don't sleep here where time's flying? Because it's another door.
Oh, definitely, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is our house in danger of burning?
You will have to go there and take a look.
Yeah.
I'd like to think a turtle could walk away from it.
You would think that, yep.
But it would also depend on how fast the fire is spreading, because especially a turtle that big would not walk very quickly.
And yeah, you'll have to ask. Yeah, are you gonna? Do you want to?
I'll go into the house to see how alive it is.
Okay.
I'll take the portal.
Okay. Anyone else doing anything while he goes there? What are you going to do with all the cultists that are tied up? Like Zatanna, you do have... John's pretty much trying to nurse Zatanna back because she's not really talking a lot. Like pretty much all the rest of the cultists, they look like they haven't really been fed too much, even though they are kind of knocked out. You'd be able to tell that whenever they get back in their bodies, they're going to be sleeping for quite a while.
Any of them that are awake, if any of them are awake, can I walk around and just give them little bits of food? Just like kind of split rations between them?
You can sure try.
I mean, they're tied up. Like, I'll, like, if their hands are in front of them but they're tied up, then I would just kind of sit stuff to where they can, like, try to reach it and eat themselves if they want to without trying to attack me.
Okay.
The dolls are still in charge, though.
Yeah, you did bail them and gag them. You
And if
do
the dolls
know
haven't
some
been
of
eating the
some of them
bodies to
you
begin
do
with.
know are casters. So if you ungag them, might not be a good idea.
Yeah, then maybe not. Okay.
Yeah.
Fortunately,
Yeah,
it
never
looks like
mind.
I
Yeah,
am-
I'm just gonna wait. Okay, until we can figure out which dolls go with which person. Okay.
Yeah, like
We try to help, but I'm out of third level spell slots to cast mass healing.
Did I
So-
leave you with what one spell slot? Maybe I can't
I
remember.
got 2,
Okay,
one first and one second, but mass
You-
healing word is third, so I couldn't.
and you do have. I think you have 2 extra uses of your bardic inspiration because I crit on with your weapon, your sword, and I think I rolled
Okay.
a 2. Yeah, so you at least have a couple of them left. Okay.
Cool.
All right, so coming through the door, I'll move you over to that map. Don't really need to, but we will. Top floor. So anyone else coming into the house, or just Hal?
Oh no, I would definitely follow.
Okay. So who's ever into the house, what would you like to do? John's definitely going to follow you and put Zatanna to bed.
Can I ask the turtle how it looks outside?
Yep. Anything specific, or do you just want to open the door and look yourself too?
I'll look out a window.
Okay.
Or
The house will. Once you look out, I'll do the look out first. So once you look out, hard to tell from where you are because you're kind of in the middle of the place. It is fairly. It'd be like pushing almost midnight, so it's quite dark out. But you do see flickers of flame, like not really in and around you. There's nothing in your general area. But off in the distance, you still do see lots of smoke. Your house will pretty much tell you. Oh, that, yes. It's been touch and go out there for them, but they're doing quite okay. Only maybe a fifth of the city's still burning. It's been entertaining to watch.
I'm glad that you're happy to watch.
Yep. Till I'm told otherwise, it's all I can do.
If you're in danger of catching on fire, leave the city, but don't go too far.
Well, the fire won't bother me.
Challenge accepted, though.
But if you are worried about it, I could stretch my legs. It's been a long time.
We'll do that later.
Okay. It's your call. Tell me what to do.
Since we've just been in a place that can speed up time, are you able to slow down time inside your house?
Oh, unfortunately, that was all Endolin. She had a
No harm in it.
aura about her with time. You will find that even in the house, time does go a little different. Like literally, if you went back outside now, maybe 20 minutes has gone by.
Right.
I don't know what the time difference is for her lair. Never been. What day do you think it is?
I think we signed a deal with you last night.
Technically, you guys you signed a deal with him like maybe a couple hours ago.
Yeah, but it's
wasn't
midnight
too
now.
long.
I'm going to Heiki guess that the time's moved today.
No, you could. You guys would know, like, when you first woke up last, it was the 13th of Vox. The
Okay.
turtle's going to tell you it's now the 17th, going on the 18th. So for the, 2.5 to 3 hours you've been in the house or the lair, it's been 4 days outside.
Not ideal.
So yeah, 4 days since you last left Sargon and pretty much came into the theater. But it's been only a few hours for you.
I don't understand all this. I'm wibbly wobbly, timey wimey stuff. Oh,
That's what happens when you work with the Feywild.
I'm gonna go. Wake me if anything bad happens. I'm gonna have a nap. And I'm gonna try to start my long rest if that's alright with everybody.
No, I think I'll join you in that rest.
Okay.
as he's doing that, Clark is going to look for some sort of tub or pond or something, because he wants to clean up a bit before getting his rest.
Okay. Yep. If you're going to, you guys know your inn is right outside too, but this house pretty much, whatever you think you need, it just shows up for you.
Okay, so I think what Clark is picturing is a giant bird bath.
Okay.
Just appeared and you see in a normal bird. Well, he'll take off his cloak and stuff, and you'll see him splashing around like a normal bird, trying to clean up a little bit.
Okay.
And then after that, he will find the nearest bunk and just zonk.
Okay. Yeah, there's only a couple beds in here because it was just Endolin, but there's lots of, pretty much if you think of something you need, it's just going to show up for you. Until you guys decide on, what you want the tower, the house to be. Yeah, pretty much as soon as you think, I need this, it just shows up.
And, of course, Clark being an Owlin, he pictures, just like a stick sticking out of the wall, and he'll perch, and you'll see him tuck his head under his wing, and he's out.
Okay, perfect. What does Annie and Alric want to do?
We're still on the other side of the portal, right?
Sure are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gonna walk around for a little bit and then realize, hey, I don't think they're coming back. You want to head on through?
Yeah, that sounds okay. Good idea.
All right, let's go.
Okay.
Pop through the portal.
Yeah, once you guys get over there... Yep, sorry.
Definitely the awkward moment of, we stayed, but why? Like, why did you not just go straight through? And then,
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you guys get through, you see your other two companions have fallen asleep.
Well. Okay, Kerrigan will go over and drink the water out of the bird bath
Nice.
and go lay under Clark's perch.
Okay.
And Ani will probably wish for a bed and
Have a cat
also
nap.
take a nap. Yep.
Okay. What's Alric doing?
well, I assume there's a bed somewhere, even if it is one Enderlin used.
Yep.
So I'll probably just find that, and I'm small. I'll probably just fit on the pillow and sleep there.
Okay. Alright, so while you guys go have a nap, Kargath is going to take the time. He's going to stay with the all the people in the amphitheater. He'd probably keep an eye out on them. John is actually doing not too terrible. You're going to notice him probably just look at you guys and go, well, if you're going to go nap, I'll go see what's going on outside. I'll be back. And he's just going to go outside and look around. Dead man will follow suit with him.
How's Kargath looking? Wasn't he one of the ones that went down?
He had a healing potion put in him by Kargath, so he's probably, I think, at half health. So he's most likely going to have a power nap with you, because he's been up since the morning.
Okay.
Yep. Technically, you guys have only been awake for 1, 2, maybe 4 or 5 hours, but you guys are pretty tapped. Because time is a little weird. You would have been walking around when you found the portal for a good hour. Getting the bodies together would have been a good hour. Then the 2 fights. So yeah, only maybe 4 hours for you guys. So it only really feels like 1 o'clock in the afternoon 4 days ago for you. But you are fairly tapped. Because there's been a lot going on. Alright. So everybody can have a long rest.
Ooh.
And level to 6.
Hey!
Two beans.
I wanted you to wake up and level. Wake up nice and refreshed, feeling a little more energy.
Best sleep I've had in ages.
Best sleep you've had in a while.
So strong.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if Kargath gets anything major at 6. ASI or feat. Yeah, he gets another feat, so I'll let him decide. I'll just at least level him. Okay.
I just get another spell. That's all I get.
Yeah.
I don't think I get anything.
More health.
Yep.
Pretty much. Okay.
I heard we level.
You do.
Sorry, I was just talking to the wife. She's just
That's
getting
okay.
a shout before work.
Yeah, you level while you were sleeping. Perfect. Alright. So yeah, when you guys wake up in the house, you are now on... It is now the 18th of Vox. 5 days later than you think it is. Luckily for you, there was no fire in your general vicinity. The turtle did not wake you up to say, there's something going on. So what would you like to do in the morning when you wake up?
Wipe off my fucking HP modifier. My -7.
Yep. So yeah, you guys wake up. John is not there.
Shock horror.
When you guys wake up, Zatanna is still sleeping. Looks like she's going to need rest for quite a bit. You would notice like a little bit of food and water has been left by her side, though, for when she does wake up.
I'm gonna pop back through the portal really quick and make sure all of the gagged people and dolls are still there.
Okay. Yeah, you would notice Kargath pretty much lined them all up. He's awake. He's just more looking at them all and going, they don't look too good. I think we should try to maybe at least force some water down them. Don't know.
All right, I'll give it a shot. Try to go to the one closest to me and pour water down this throat.
Yeah, you'd be able to tell they're gonna drink, but it's not like it's more whatever's taking over their bodies knows the body needs it.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, as long as you would know that there's only a couple of these guys that were casters. The rest didn't do really any magic, so it's just probably the 3 you have to be worried about.
Okay.
If we get those 3 together, I can put silence down, which means even ungagged they can't verbally cast.
True.
Which solves that problem.
Yep. If you want to try that
Yeah,
and
I'm
give
gonna-
them some
I'm gonna
food
do
and
that.
water. Okay. Yeah. Probably takes you guys a good half hour to round them, the ones up, move them, cast a silent spell, and feed and water them. It does look like the bodies, they're not doing it themselves, you're going to have to do it for them. But they do take in some food and, yep. They don't smell the greatest, but, yep.
Okay.
Yeah, you will know that you're going to have to hand them over to somebody soon. Okay. What else would you guys want to do after you get all that done? Would you have thought to look outside and see what time it is? Or day it is? Because you did sleep for another 8.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, I think it would be wise not to. Wait, no. To really do it. It would be unwise not to.
Yeah, with
To go
her
back.
times lost 4 or 5 days, it's probably smart to fucking poke out and have a look.
Okay, you guys want to go back on into real time? Gotcha. Alright. So, I'm trying to think my time. So, you guys had a good 8-hour nap, plus an extra half hour of feeding. So, staying in that house pushes you again another day. Because it's pretty much 1 hour inside, 4 hours outside. That's pretty much what you're figuring out right now. In the house, at least. Might be different in the amphitheater. So, when you guys finally poke your head out, the majority of... You can still smell smoke. There's still hardly anyone around. Not in your general vicinity. You're going to see a lot of boarded up windows from all the shops in your area. A lot of people looking out of curtains and stuff, but there's no movement in your general vicinity at all. You do still hear the sounds of people fighting off in the distance, But without going to figure out what's going on, there's nothing you can really tell outside.
Can I try something when we're in with the bodies as we're feeding them?
Yep.
I just leveled up, which gives me Spellbreaker.
Okay.
So when you restore HP to an ally with a spell of first level or higher, you can end a spell equal to the lower or lower than the level you're healing with.
Okay.
I was just thinking if I chucked a feat healing word on one of them,
Okay.
I'd be able to heal it, but see if any spell, like, because it reduces, like, fear or anything that's on them, or charmed, if it's at the same level. Would I think that would work, or would I think it's not a spell that's taking them?
You're not too sure if it would work or not, but you'd have to try it. The only thing you've seen work is Protection of Good and Evil.
I'll chuck the first level healing word at just one of the randoms.
Okay.
I'm not worried about which one it is.
Okay.
Because there's no one I recognise there, is there?
There...
Focus body.
I don't think you did notice anyone in that particular one's, no.
Yeah, so I'll just chuck a healing word on anyone at first level, see if anything happens.
Okay, can you link me the spell? Or just stick it in Roll20? I can't remember that one off by heart.
What, healing word?
No, the,
Class feature.
Yes, thank you. Should be a spot.
So in
Okay.
Roll20.
So... right.
I know it's not an ally, but...
Yeah. I don't think it's going to work for you anyway. All you're going to notice is that the body of the person gets a little pinker.
Yeah.
Heals a little bit better.
Rolling it.
Yep. But it does not seem to end whatever is affecting it, no.
But
Yep. I had to look at the actual silver needle.
no, it's alright. Because I took Mass Cure Wounds. So if that worked, I was going to try and
do multiple. Yep.
Yeah.
It specifically states Protection of Good and Evil is the only thing that'll work.
No, that's alright.
Yep.
Just willing to attempt something.
Yep. Yeah, I will give you inspiration for that one. It was a good thought.
So can I cheat the system?
I like you trying.
I'll waste a ratio of my feet for healing word, so it doesn't cost me actual spell for the day.
Yep. Yeah. So, where would you guys like to go first?
I'd like to go to a church.
Okay. Any
Preferably
specific one?
Preferably my one.
Okay. Yeah, I think yours was in the closest where you were anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. Is everybody going with them?
I'm just going to say to everyone, I want to go to the church, because if we can get some of the higher-ups helping us out and give them their bodies back, we'll be able to have extra help bringing people back. And they know people in the city, so that might be easier for them to figure shit out.
Yeah, I like that logic.
Perfect. Kargath's going to start dragging the bodies through the portal and into your house, because you probably don't want to show people this place.
No.
That might not go well. Right. Yeah, he can do that quite easy at his size.
You see Clark trying to help him, grabs him with his talons. He waves his little wings and is like, I'm trying to help.
It's okay, bud. I got this. This is just morning workout.
Kara gonna grab one by like the collar and just drag it.
Yeah. Grab a foot. Back up. Alright, perfect. Alright, so I will move you guys to the world map. It's not on fire, but just pretend part of it is. Where is that map? Where's the city? Right here. Alright, so you guys, your house is this one. The inn is this one. I'm pretty sure we said that the Temple of Vox is down in this area. And the theater is this one. So the majority of the smoke you guys see is coming from this whole area here. But you do see like the remnants of a few like fires in and around you pretty much everywhere. But as you guys go out the main door, you notice that quite a bit more time has passed again. It is now pretty much the same as when you guys came in. It is midnight again. So it's quite dark.
I hope this magic fades quickly. I'm not getting used to this time changing.
Yeah,
It'd be nice if it was the other way around.
dark
Yeah.
all the time now.
Yeah. Yeah,
Well, I
there's
just
no...
start walking to-
Sure. There's no, like, change. It's just, like, you're now just right outside. So you don't feel like time's changed for you as you pass over the threshold.
Can I just start walking to the church?
Okay. Give me perception checks along the way, please. And is there anything you're specifically keeping an eye out for?
Anybody I know that doesn't seem to be acting themselves.
Okay. Alright. That will work. Are you going to check on your inn at all first, or go straight for the temple? You did say temple, so we'll do that.
I wasn't part of the inn?
No, I don't think you knew. You did go with them once there. So you do know that they had people in the inn, and that's where they sent Sargon.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So, I'm trying to remember who... Because I think I said your high priestess was in one of the dolls, I believe?
Well, that's not my notes.
I'm just looking now. No, I don't see her in there. Okay. Perfect. But I think I remember telling you that they looked... That's fine. Anyway. I have a note somewhere of who all was in the first dolls that you have in the bag, but I can't find that. I don't think she was there. I think the only ones that you guys found was Sargon. And... No, not Sargon. Mento. Right. Okay. So, as you guys walk, so we've got a 23, a 20, and a 7. Alright.
Okay, I have a
Clark,
roll.
Clark
You did-
sees feet.
said perception.
Yep. Clark's just looking over everybody's ankles. Is Clark gonna fly up and see what the hell's going on?
Ah,
Or are you gonna stay on the ground? I don't think you heard me. That's fine.
No,
we have-
I
Sorry.
I just realized I was muted.
That would do it.
I think Clark is going to stay on the ground.
Okay. That's why you're not seeing anything, because you're looking at feet.
Exactly.
Okay, perfect. The 23 and the 20. So Hal and Annie, as you guys are walking around, you're going to notice a lot of places have been barricaded. This place there's scorch marks everywhere, remnants of fires everywhere. Not hardly any people. Which direction are you going to go? Are you going to go towards the theater, or are you going to go a different route? Oh, sorry, we're going to your temple. Your temple, where did I have that? Your temple was near the dock. So you guys are going to be... Yeah, so your house is here. The temple I think I have for you is down in this quarter here. Yeah. So you guys are going to be heading towards one of the gates out towards the docks. So along that path, this looks not too bad, but it does look like there's been a lot of fighting. So even more than the earthquake that went through, most of these places are they look like they've been through a fire. Not hardly any people. Everything here is boarded or broken. There are a lot of points where it looks like they've barricaded some alleys. You see the odd dead body of guards and whatnot, but nothing too major yet. And as you get closer to your temple area, you do see a good line of about 20 to 25 soldiers in front of the main gate. And it is completely barricaded, and everybody, they look a little on edge as they see you guys coming up.
I'll step to the front and call out to my people.
Okay. Identify yourselves. Who are you? Hal?
Hal.
Jeez. Where have you been? In front of you is a very tall male Goliath, kind of like Kargath. His name is Wolf Hunter. You would know him. Bald head, a lot of tribal tattoos everywhere. Gray skin. He's about 7.5 feet tall. He's quite big. No armor. Just a massive two-handed axe.
I'm just going to go, where would you like to start?
He's going to look around and go, from the beginning would great, but come on inside, we'll do that. He's just going to look around and go, you guys stay.
Have any prisoners here that aren't acting themselves?
You've came across them too then? Good. We'll talk inside.
I've got their souls.
How many?
How many do you want?
Let's talk inside. It's good to see someone else alive out here. As you guys are walking inside. So in the temple of Lunara, let me see here. I do have a description of the place somewhere. I'll be fine. I have so many papers. Where's the Pantheon? Alright. So inside, this place it's not really ornate, but it would be more like if you ever went to a old Roman temple. That's pretty much what you're going to find in here. So a lot of hanging flowers, a lot of it's a very, very white marble on the inside. And in the center of normally where an altar would be is a massive tree on the inside of the temple. With lots of little places, a fountain in the middle, and a lot of marble and granite benches to sit on. So he's going to take you and just pretty much snap his fingers, and an assortment of food and stuff's going to come out for you. There's not a lot of people in here, maybe another 12 people in here. For the majority, these ones are still all armored. You're not seeing the majority of your clergy. This is more military. And he's just going to give you guys a spot to sit and say, souls. So you found all the dolls then?
I'm not going to say all, but we have a lot.
Or some, I should say. How many?
I'll give them a rough number of like 40 or 50 or whatever it is I think I'm roughly at.
80. You're probably, yeah, in and around there, like 70 or 80.
Yeah.
He's just going to look at you and go, oh, I was hoping for 2 or 3. Wow. No wonder we haven't seen you. Where'd you find him?
I'm going to long story.
I got time.
I'll ask Clark to pass me the bag of holding, and I'll ask to pull out the one, like the priestess and stuff, and be like, "This is this one from the church," and hand it to him.
Oh. He's just gonna look at the dog and go, "Huh. Well,
They
let's
just
see
need
how
to-
many bodies I have to put back in." Good. He's just gonna snap his fingers, and like someone's gonna come over with a list and just start writing names down. Wow. So I think you know like 7 or 8
Yeah, it was
offhand.
funny.
Okay. 1, 2,
With
3,
the
4,
level
5,
up, I did get another, like another warlock spell. So
Okay.
I got identify. Would identify do anything to help us figure out which doll is who?
Give me an Arcana.
Roll high. It's the only hint I can give you. Because I had to do this with the bag of holding if I could work out his name.
Nope.
No. Okay.
Nope.
Bardic inspiration? No.
I'll give you my inspiration. Take advantage.
Yeah, if you gave me a nat 20, you'd still, just by looking at the doll, wouldn't know who they are. You got to find the actual body of the person. Unless you started calling out names and took a look at the dolls like you did before for any recognition. The only thing that might work for you is if you gave them a crayon or some sort of writing instrument so they can write their name. Yep. But even then, trying to pull out the silver needle might be a challenge.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like embedded through their hand.
Right. No, worth a try.
So after probably good like 5-10 minutes of going through it, he's just going to look up at you and go, "You have had a day. Or a few. Because we haven't seen you in
like
5 days."
Hasn't felt like it's been that long.
Most of us haven't really had much sleep in the last 5 days. What do you know about what's going on?
As a group, probably more than we know, but independently, I know that some of our people started acting funny, so I went looking for a dude called John.
Okay.
Then I followed John's notes and found John and found a heap of the dolls.
I think I know the person you're talking about. He's been running around like a madman the last 8 or 9 hours. He's helped quite a bit of us.
Right.
He's helped quite a few of him, but he's got some weird spiritual thing with him.
Yeah, that sounds about the right John.
Okay, good. Yeah, he's been pretty much telling us what to do. It took a while to get the hang of what's going on, but we have lost quite a few people in the process of trying to figure out what's going on. What do you remember about the solar eclipse?
Nothing.
You guys must have been underground or somewhere at the time then. Well, when it happened, we were in the middle of having a lovely celebration, and some massive portal opened And out came something that started to destroy the city and burn it. We lost a lot of people that day trying to kill that thing. And ever since, it's raised a temple. It's pretty much rebuilt the Temple of Vox in the Vox district, and we haven't been able to get through there. All sorts of weird things came out, especially these tiny little dolls here, and yeah. Took us a while to realize that we were fighting our friends, our family, our loved ones. I won't say that we didn't end up killing a few of them in the process, but we did. It's been a challenge. But with your help, I think we've got the majority of the city under wraps. All the people in the city that aren't military are either on ships and cast off or are in the mines to the south. So, if you guys want to help us take over Vox, that'd be great. Most of us are tapped out.
You were able to kill that thing?
We killed it, yes. Massive creature. Don't know what it was.
Where is it now?
After it was destroyed, it just kind of vanished.
Mm.
And he's going to pull out a rune with a pair of antlers on it.
There it is. Okay.
And this came out of it. What we've been able to ascertain, it summons more when used properly.
How is he holding it? Is he bare hand?
He's just bare hand. Yep.
I think I still have a handkerchief from Abigail, and I'll just
You should.
jump up, wrap it up, and like. We have it on good authority not to make direct contact with it.
Alright then. That could be why I've been sleeping like shit and hearing voices.
I'm
Should
going to
have thought
waste
of
a
that.
spell.
Yep.
I'm going to cast, if I get to the right fucking page, Protection of Good and Evil on him.
Okay. Yep. If you want to put that on him, you're not going to tell a lot different other than just like he's going to shake a little, like something that might have been in the back of his head is no longer there, or maybe burrowing into his skull. He's just going to like shake a little and go, appreciate that.
We can't lose another one.
I feel a little better. What the hell's going on? Whatever that was. We have, I think, 3 more of those runes between a couple more temples. I will pass the word, and he's just gonna he's gonna wave someone over, and you're gonna see them just like bolt and go tell the other temples to keep track of the rune.
That's protection from good and evil seems to work on that and the bodies that are taken over by the dolls. It's not a spell I can throw willy-nilly around.
It's not one that we use regularly or prepare every day.
No.
And it's working like if you cast it on the doll or the person?
The person. I've seen it happen twice.
Mm-hmm. Definitely comes in handy.
That is good to know.
So I thought I'd come, clear up a bit of the church, and see if I can get help clearing up the others. It's just taken me longer than I thought to get here.
Well, can't really do anything till morning, but I can get word most of our healers are busy, occupied, sleeping, or no longer with us. You can tell he's a little tired because it is midnight. Well, that is amazing news. Well, how can you guys help us? I don't know. I don't want to be mean, but I don't know what you guys can do. 3 chargers, nice. I was hoping to get enough people to take on. If we can break part way through, at least put out some of the fires in Vox, I think would be great. But I can't do that till morning.
So you
Unless-
said that the stuff that came out of the portal rebuilt the temple?
They've
Took it over?
not rebuilt. It's gotten darker, more evil. They haven't really changed a lot, but I don't know what's going on.
So you took out
Everybody
the
in
big
there
one,
has.
But there's
we've-
more.
I haven't seen anything like that, but those dolls. We've got word that there's a semi-bigger one near the temple that seems to be in charge. And it summons more of them every time we try to get close.
I don't like that.
And there's there's a couple mages in that area that are they're the ones burning everything. So I don't know who they've taken control of, but they are powerful magic wielders, and we don't want to get close because we're pretty much down to just sword and shield.
What temple again?
The Temple of Vox. The Temple of Vox.
I am
you
going
would know,
to.
they're pretty much the people who worship Vox. Vox is the god of death, conflict, and war.
Lovely.
I think Clark is going to say, I'm going to try to get a closer look. See. I want to check out this bigger doll.
Okay.
Would anyone like to join?
Hal, you would also know that one of the dolls that you brought out is the head priestess of Vox, who you can tell is shaking a little.
Her body wouldn't be here. It'd be at Vox, wouldn't it?
Correct. Or wherever. It could be somewhere. But if the doll could rage, it's raging.
Yeah,
And,
I would follow along to look too.
Yeah, you
Are
would
you
know that.
flying or are you walking, Clark?
With this, I think I will. I will fly to try to gain a little stealth, so they don't.
All right,
See me.
I'll come with. I'll fly next to you.
And Hal, you would know that the head priestess of Vox is a massive orc.
I'll take the thing with me, so if I find it, I can get it to stab it.
Okay.
I will follow invisibly.
Okay. So you guys are all going to head out? Okay.
But, no flying or invisible. I'll just.
It's
and I'll
dark
go
for you,
back,
so...
back into the corner.
Yeah.
Blend with the shadows.
Okay.
So we can take an air force and a ground force if you want,
Well...
because I can levitate, so he can. There won't be any weight on him. He's just dragging me along.
Well, if you guys are ready to do this tonight, we really haven't been doing a lot of nighttime fighting, just because it's easier to see in the day, but...
How about we just go for a stealth mission? You guys rest up and come bombarding during the day, and then we'll pincer them.
Yeah,
I could also
just
make
wanna
a distraction and lure them elsewhere, if you wanted to run into the temple.
I was just thinking of getting some intel right
Recon?
Mm-hmm.
Recon works.
now. Yes.
Okay.
Rest up, get your sleep. We need everyone at full strength.
Here.
Alright. Good luck.
Because My thought was to sit here and stay guard so everyone could get to full strength and waste 8 hours of our day waiting on them.
Okay.
But if we're going to move, we'll move.
Yep. Yeah, you would probably know
What
that.
is-
Sorry, go.
No, I was just gonna Puck would after hearing that say, "Well, what is 8 hours in this?"
8 hours.
I'm just going to go to them. This would be a normal 8 hours. I think we're back into normal time.
Yep.
If we can get in and out without being seen, definitely couldn't hurt.
Okay. Are you going to let him know about the bodies you currently have in the toy shop?
I will. And I'll be like, some of these toys matched them, but I don't know who's who. So I've just left them.
He's going to pull in a map and just say which shop. I'll send some people to get them. I'd rather have them here in the. We can put them in some cells here.
Shit. This is going to sound stupid. But the door will open if you show them the holy symbol of our church. Which is something I would have liked to have set up with the turtle.
Yeah, that's fine. It would be able to tell what's going on, and Kargath is still inside. He didn't come
No,
out.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So
He's big and clunky. Stealth is not Kargath's.
Okay.
Yeah. Not what he's great at. Although he could get on the ornithopter of flying if you guys figure out how to use it.
Yeah, that's real stealthy.
I know. It's shiny, it's bright, it lights up. Everybody would hear it, yeah. But it'd be a great sight to see. But he can't fit in it, but yeah.
We'll put Clark in it just to make his flying worse.
Yeah. Alright, so we'll say probably a good this would have taken you guys like 15-20 minutes to walk here. A good half hour of talking, if not longer. So that'll be pushing you guys close to like 2 o'clock in the morning. As you guys are heading outside, I need a group stealth check, please.
Do I get any advantage for being invisible?
How long does invisibility last? I would probably say you probably wouldn't use it until
Okay.
you need to.
Okay,
Like an
yeah, it's for an
hour.
hour. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll wait.
Yeah, just in case you trip and fall, and you never know.
Oh, natural 20.
Nat 20, beautiful.
I'm going to use the
Got it.
inspiration.
Okay.
Fuck. I went from a 2 to a 1 with inspiration.
Man,
I was
well,
considering, so I have pass without trace, but if someone was flying and someone invisible, I can't tell if you'd be close to me or not, because you need to be within 15 feet.
That's fine. This is just to get you close before you actually start seeing stuff.
I got a 4.
I got a 22, so
Okay, so
Suppose I'm
The
not
nat-
overly stealth
the
with
nat
holding
20,
on to
the nat
much
20 and the
thing.
nat 1 pretty much make like a 12 with the 13
No.
and a
I rolled a
22.
2.
So
I
you're
rolled a
pretty
2.
much... You rolled a 2. So you're pretty much a... So it wasn't a nat 1, so that's even better. Your average is going to be like 15, 16. I wanted an average of 13. So you guys are here. The 13 will get you guys close to about here. Now, as you guys start to get closer and closer to this area, you're going to notice that it pretty much... There's almost like a little shift in temperature. It's starting to get a little warmer as you guys get closer to the fire. Quite a lot of smoke. You'd be able to tell that as you guys get closer and closer, there is a wall of fire that pretty much covers this entire area right now. So it's hard to get past. Yeah, there is pretty much an entire wall of fire in front of you guys.
well,
This thing's like 40 feet high.
Are any of the buildings next to it that high?
Most of these buildings are like 2, maybe 3 stories top, so it's still going over top of them. And a few of the houses are still on fire, but It's more remnants of anything. Pretty much all the tops are pretty much already burnt off right in this general vicinity. But yeah, it's like pretty much someone like cast a permanent wall of fire around the entire block. I'll put a... so pretty much this entire thing here is on fire. This whole section.
Does it keep going to the wall over here?
If you went over that way, it's hard to see from where you guys currently are.
Well, you can see it. We can't get past like this side, right?
Yeah, you're right about here, so you can start feeling the heat and all that. No, like it's like wall to wall.
Can I climb up on the wall and see if we're able to, like, if we were on the wall, if we could skirt around it?
Either that or Clark could just fly and take a look too.
Okay, that works.
That's
works.
exactly what I was thinking. Yeah. I was thinking flying up to maybe that pediment where you put the point.
Yep.
And kind of trying to survey and see what I can see.
Okay,
Am I
give
gonna
me...
look
if you wanted... levitate's what? Just 10 feet?
20.
Is it 20? Okay.
20 per turn, up to 500 or something.
Okay, sure.
So, if I'm levitating, he carries me though, because there's no weight on me when I'm levitating.
Either works. Yeah, that's fine.
So if I let cast levitate, then Holder's
You could just...
should be able to be dragged around.
that works too. That'd be funny to see.
So that was my theory of flying.
A little Owlin with a big glowy green thing behind him. Yep, love it.
Yeah, that's why my stealth was shit.
Yep. All right.
You got to remember, Clark is small, so we'd have to like grab you by the hair or something to lift you up.
Levitate doesn't.
He couldn't reach shoulder to shoulder.
I can move vertically up to 20 feet and remain suspended for the duration. The spell can levitate a target that weighs up to 500 pounds. An unwilling creature to exceed a con saving throw.
Yeah.
The target can only be moved by pulling or pushing.
Yeah.
So holding onto your cape, you'll be pulling me.
He's got boots of levitation, so he can levitate permanently. Okay. So, yeah, we'll say that's fine. I just need a stealth check from both of you as you get closer and closer and up top.
Try this again, it can't be another 2. Hey!
15.
15 and a 12. That's more than 13. Okay. How close to the fire are you going to get? Are you just going to like... Okay. You'd be able to tell if you get more than 15 feet towards it, you're going to start to probably... Your skin might boil. It's hot. So as long as you skirt around the edge, you should be fine. As you guys get over to like this area and fly over, you'd finally be able to at least see that there are no ships out here anymore. They are completely gone. There are a few that might be hovering behind the rocks. You don't really see anything moving on the water. You do see, though, that on the top of these 2 pillars, there do appear to be a couple lookouts that have not noticed you, I don't think. I think I pre-rolled. Yeah, no, we're good. And the temple itself is right in the middle here. It's not on the map, but picture it on there. They have pretty much every corner walled off with fire and barricaded. There is a lot of movement and troops you'd see with torches lined up around here. But in the general vicinity around the temple, there only looks to be about 2 or 3 people in front of the door. And if you want to give me a quick, just general, a history check will work.
Nat 20.
Nat 20. You would know that since Kargath slept with all the other bodies, he would have informed you, and you would notice that bodies still controlled need to sleep, and that maybe some of them are also sleeping. That whatever's taking hold of these creatures know that the bodies need rest from time to time. And also at this point, Hal, in the back of your head, you're getting a sending from John. Well, you're not back at the toy shop. Kargath told me what's going on. Where the fuck are you? And how can I help?
The bodies are sleeping, doing a recon mission. Might use hag mirrors to infiltrate. Can you take the blame?
You have 6 more.
For the mirrors, instead of being and cut out there. I think that's 6.
Okay. So repeat that again to me, sorry. I was counting and not listening.
Ideally, it's thinking of infiltrating using the mirror, but didn't want to use the hag mirror. Like, use it as a John mirror.
Okay, so you're thinking of using, like, the mirror to the
In the
theater.
toy hut,
Okay.
pick up the mirror from the theater, fly it over with Clark, and walk
Okay.
through the toy hut out here, and infiltrate from behind the wall of fire.
Oh, okay. You would probably also... That would work. You would know that if you just, like, came, like, even over here, there's only one guard up there. You could
Yeah.
probably take those 2 guys out and then just climb down the other side if you wanted, but either will work. Getting the mirror back and forth would probably take you, like, an hour. All depends on how long you want to do that.
Where is the theater?
The theater was here.
That's what I thought, because we're up on...
You're currently, well, you guys are in around this general vicinity, so not too far away, but back and forth and navigating all the fire, and then John getting from where he currently is.
Well, he'd be able to stay at the toy house.
Yep.
And if he...
Oh, for him to come, I understand.
So we could turn around and use the toy house as where everyone can run through,
Yep.
and appear here, roughly, through the mirror to mirror.
Ah, I like your idea.
That was my thought. If they're sleeping, we could be able to get behind them.
And in between, what's the distance between this
They'd
tower?
be probably a good 100 feet, even though the map doesn't say it. So quite a bit.
Okay.
Mhm.
Take me down to the... Clark, can we go back to the others?
You go ahead. I have something I would like to try first. I will be right behind.
I can't move anywhere while I'm levitating, only up and down, so I'll follow.
Yep, he can, he's literally holding on to you.
Before I do, I will take him and place him on the other side.
Mhm.
And then it was creatures within. Okay. Well, then what Clark would like to do is get within 20 feet of the guard on this tower.
Yep.
Hopefully stealthily,
Okay.
and cast sleep on him.
Okay.
Which. Oh, hello. That's not what I wanted to do. Why did it?
These look like just the normal cultists that you encountered in the ground, just to let you know. You weren't here for that, but they didn't have a lot of health. You would know that. They're pretty much like a commoner.
Well, that would be 17 health. So
He's
Anyway.
now having a nice power nap.
okay, and then what I would like to do is now land next to him.
Yep.
To see if I can see in a window or anything inside the temple to see what's going on inside.
I will show you what you can see from the outside of the temple. I'll take you to that map. Just pretend it's dark out.
Well, I have 60 foot of dark vision, so
Yeah. So this is, it's not like the best map for it. But from where you are, so you basically see someone in front of the door with a couple other cultists, and they're surrounded by fire and smoke.
okay.
The fire's animated? That's
Sure
so-
is.
And then,
That's-
Which way's north on this map?
Pardon, sorry?
I'm just trying to get a gist of like how this is positioned relative to the wall in the city.
Pretty much flipped. So you guys would be like, the tower would be like way in the back corner, like back left of this place. Just ignore the fact that there's other houses, like they'd be a little more spread out, but I couldn't find the better map. I liked this one.
So the entrance is facing towards the sea.
No, it'd be the other way. So the sea would be actually to the north.
By the way, so
Correct.
we would okay.
Yep.
Cool.
all right.
Yep.
That
You'd
is what
see
I
these
wanted
guys-
to see.
Yeah, you'd see these three like milling around out front, walking back and forth. You can't really see inside the temple unless you get close. Closer, I should say.
Okay.
Yeah. And like look through
Well,
a
that
window.
that gives me some idea of what we're going to come against. So I will fly back to the group and relay what I saw
Okay.
to give us a little heads up on what we're going into here. If we, can get on the other side as a group.
Okay.
And then
But
I talk to you guys about the mirror situation. Should we try to use the mirror to infiltrate?
That wouldn't be a bad idea.
My only thought is to try and hide the hag lair. So take the mirror that leads to the theatre through the mirror into the toy hut. So they use that mirror that would lead straight to the theatre. And then move the theatre mirror up to the top of the wall so we can infiltrate from above the wall.
Would that give, if any of the cultists were to use the mirror the other way, so they would just end up going into the house, right? Not into the theater?
Yes.
Okay.
And then
Yeah,
they'd have to deal with the turtle.
Right.
Yeah,
And
remember
we
what
could
happened.
Sorry, Clark, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, remember what happened when we tried to get in. We ended right back outside again. So,
Yeah.
And that could be a sneaky way if you...
In the back of my
It was
head,
just-
I like your guys' thoughts. In the back of my head, I assumed you were going to use the turtle like in Ghostbusters 2 with the Statue of Liberty. That's how I saw this working out. But I like your idea too.
Only we had the shrink and enlarge spell. Shrink him to put him through the portal. Bring him out next to the temple. Raging turtle. I call him Michelangelo.
Well, the good with the house on his back, we could do this like a Jaeger or a Gundam.
He does seem to like destruction.
Dragon turtle.
That was my thought of just infiltrating. If they can't get through the front line, why not make a new front line?
Mm-hmm.
That
But
actually
I don't really
sounds-
want to go through the Haglier because I cannot be bothered explaining it all.
And we know that's where the portal that's been missing forever. Like, I don't really want to give them access to that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. While you're up top, also, give me another perception check, please.
Nat 20?
Ooh, 18.
You guys are doing good.
Yeah,
Far
when we
off
get to
in the
battle, I'm going to be rolling ones and fucking twos.
far off in the distance, over in this general area, you see a lot more like not general fire. You can see that there's some sort of fight going on up in this corner, and you catch glimpses of that water elemental again fighting something. Almost like he's trying to still put out fires. And someone else keeps trying to keep the fire out.
So would there be a stealthy way for Clark to get over to take a look and see get closer to see exactly what's going on?
Well, you could always just go on the outside edge and fly around here now.
Yeah. Okay, then that's what Clark will do. He wants to see
Okay.
what the hubbub is.
Okay. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 guards to do checks for. You would realize as you're going through, like, are you going to go, like, which route? Around, or are you going to go through the city, or outside and around?
Well, I think like around just the outside of the wall, going all the way around this way.
Okay. I'm going to need 1, 2, 3, 4 stealth checks, please. And I'll see
Alright.
if...
Ooh, 11 for 1. 13 for 2. 11 for 3.
3.
12 for 4.
Okay. Oddly enough, I rolled
Oh,
worse.
26 for the last one.
I rolled worse for 3 of them. Couple of these guys. I don't even think they're gonna probably. What's your AC? No, that's
My
an F1.
AC 16.
Okay. You're just gonna feel like a couple crossbow bolts go like in and around your general vicinity, like they're shooting in the dark, which they technically are. They just seen movement and shot, but none of them hit you. A couple of them saw something, but they didn't. I only rolled like a 16 and a 16 for 2 of them. The rest were under your stealth. So they tried to throw a crossbow bolt at you, but missed completely. So, and look, this guy here rolled a nat 1 for it, so he does not see you at all. As you get through, this probably takes you, like, how fast are you?
It's 30.
30?
Yeah, my flying speed is the same as my walking speed.
4, 5, 6.
Uh,
So you're going to
Is
almost
it?
like 1,000 feet. So it's going to take a few minutes to get there. Well, you can go 6 there, 1 minute for about 2 minutes to get there, flying pretty quick. It's not too bad. Because you're, what, 30 feet every minute? 300 feet? So yeah, a couple more minutes. As he's flying around, what's the rest of you guys want to do? Or are you just going to wait?
I want to move that mirror at least closer to here from the theatre and sort it up, like fix it.
Okay.
At least.
Are you going to just try and grab like the side and levitate yourself down, or wait for Cleric? Or
Well,
just
didn't we
jump
go
and
back
then...
to the group of people and have a chat?
Oh yeah, that's right, you did. So you guys are on the ground with Annie and Alric. Okay.
So my thought would be standing
yeah,
here
right
somewhere.
around here. Okay. So if you guys wanted to head towards the temple, I'll say that you
Theater.
told... Yeah, to the theater? Okay.
Isn't that the theatre there?
Sure is. It's still
I'm
like...
gonna leave Kerrigan behind at the base of the wall to wait for Clark.
Okay. Or, yeah, that'll work. I would just assume that you guys would have told everyone where to meet up, maybe at the amphitheater, at the theater. Either works.
Like, just in
So,
case one
I'm
of the guards
looking-
did see him or something, he's got a little bit of backup. Or like,
Beautiful. All right.
Alric realizes he's not going to be much help moving the mirror. So instead, could he sort of keep going past the theatre, sort of along the bottom of the
So you want to go like up in this area?
cliff and looking at the fires, seeing
Okay.
if there's a
So you're going to
gap?
pretty much
He's
head
not
to...
helpful, but
Okay, so you're going to head towards where Clark's going, just
Just
on the
above.
ground. Okay,
what?
beautiful.
Just seeing, is there any way?
To get through. Okay. All right.
Look for a way, but yeah.
All right. I need stealth checks on the way to the theater. We'll get to the theater first, then I'll do more for you along your way.
Thanks.
Yeah, I just need one.
No.
Let's do it.
6, so 20. So that'll keep you around that. So you're close. Luckily, there's no one in that area that you keep track of. You do see a couple people. You would have heard like a little bit of movement in around this general vicinity as you're walking through. But so far, so good. As long as you... That's pretty much a good average. It is dark. And there's fire. It's hard to see through fire. But it doesn't look like there's anyone on top of the roofs as you guys go from any cultists or anything. It looks like this place is so far safe, but pretty much everything here is completely burnt. So there's not a lot of buildings left. This is pretty much rubble. As you guys go through, this is pretty much difficult terrain for the time being. But you're going to see like the odd body. This is not really the best place to be right now. But for hiding, it's not a bad spot. So as you guys get to the theater, you will notice that the door itself, like the theater's, most of it is currently burning slowly. Mainly the roof. Because most of this was brick. There's a little bit of wood, so it's smoking quite a bit, but it doesn't look like it's going to tumble in at the right now. But there is a lot of smoke, and as you guys get through there, I need con saves from everyone, please.
Including Clark.
No, you're flying around. You're fine. It's more people on the ground.
Gotcha.
Hal, you're fine. Alric and Annie, anything you do right now while you're in that general vicinity is going to be at disadvantage just because you're choking a little.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
It's not level 1 exhaustion, but it's just the smoke's in your eyes, it's in your lungs, you're having a hard time breathing because there's a lot of it.
Mm.
Unless you have something that can get rid of it.
Yep. I got this. I'm going to use my wind fan and
Okay.
cast Gust of Wind in front of us. I
Okay.
didn't think about that until are we still choking if I do that?
You'd probably remember it when you start choking.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah, so that gives me gust of wind.
Terrible.
It clears a path 15 feet away.
Okay.
So it'll push the smoke around us 15 feet.
Okay, perfect.
And it lasts for a minute, so
All right.
we should be able to walk through it a little bit.
Okay. Then yeah, as soon as you didn't lock the door behind you, so yeah, it's just in open and you're good. There's still quite a bit of smoke in the theater itself, but ground level it's not too bad because it's pretty much all up top right now. But I'll say you guys get in there. By the time you guys get there, Cleric, while you're up in that area, you're just going to see pretty much 4 or 5 cultists trying to surround this sort of water elemental creature. And I'll show you a picture of the water elemental that you see, because I have it here somewhere. Probably the first time you've come across one before. It's in D&D. Sorry, it's in our chat channel in Discord. And this thing is pretty much just... It's fairly tall, so this thing is like a good 6.5, maybe 7 feet tall, a little bit bigger than Kargath. And it is just trying to envelop and knock these 4 creatures to the ground.
Whoa.
Yeah. And he's doing quite well. Well, it's doing quite well. Like the fight probably goes a good couple minutes back and forth because these things are throwing lots of fire at this creature and even the odd, like, sacred flame. But all the cultists are still in the same outfits you guys seen before. Shaved heads with that tattoo on their head. Looks like they're all the exact same. And Alric, as you're sneaking by, I need stealth rolls, please.
I take it still in the smoke.
You're nat 20. Sorry, you're Sorry,
From the corners.
you're gonna be the first 15 feet will be fine, but yeah, anything you do is gonna be at disadvantage until you clear the path. If you went into like a couple alleys to get your breath back, I'd say you'd be fine. It's just the general vicinity around where they were is quite smoky.
Oh, well, I'm just gonna have to take a moment to catch my breath.
Okay.
If it was like smoke all the way, then I think I'd power through it. But if I can get out the smoke with my breath, then. So, first one at disadvantage or all normal?
First one at disadvantage, please. 12. Okay.
And how many more did you want?
One more. Pretty much one every like 100 feet. 23 is good. Okay, you lost what was following behind you. All right.
Oh, so something was following behind.
Something was following behind you. You can give me a perception check if you think you would be looking behind you.
Perception. Well, I'm looking for a way, so I'm looking forward behind me because I missed something.
Sure. You don't see it.
It's too bright. It's all this light.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, eventually you get to the same spot. Like, you're probably hiding in around a corner, and you get to the point right when this sort of whatever water elemental creature just finally annihilates and knocks out the last person it has been fighting. And it just kind of like turns around, looks around. You're going to see him now that you know it's a him, it comes out of a water elemental form and turns into an elf. And I have his picture for you. You're going to see him just kind of like keel over a little, take a few breaths, and take his surroundings in, and just sit down and go, man, you two are loud. You want to come say hi or what?
Clark will fly down.
He's got
Fly
true
down
sight.
toward-
He can see everything.
Yeah. And as a token of good faith, he will cast healing word on him,
Okay.
and I hope this may help you, good sir.
Pleasure. Little tiny Owlin. 5, perfect.
Yep, seeing him fly down.
Clark.
Alric will approach, pouting slightly from being spotted. You thought he was very hidden.
You thought. Clark, I assume? He's going to look around and go, I assume you're... Oh, you look like your sister. You gotta be Alric. Kargath around somewhere?
He is taking care of some business back at our domicile.
Dude's still alive. Good.
Yes.
Beautiful. Well, you guys sure took long enough to come out wherever you were.
Well, that because wasn't our fault.
That's
We
okay.
we ended up in some strange time, and you see this kind of like confused look on Clark's face.
I'm from Marzel. I know all about it. I'm Archdruid, Eldred, Talent Thrall. You guys met this guy once when you first touched a monument and had your vision. He was in the crowd watching. Kargath would have told you a while ago that he is the one who brought Kargath here from his home. He's just going to look at both of you and go, Chester sent me to help. I'm your help. I didn't know what I was coming into when I got here, though. A little bit more information would have been great.
Well, unfortunately, all of this has kind of transpired while we were away. We weren't aware of, and Clark kind of points around at all the the wreckage. This happening.
I gathered it might be something like that. Oh, what a day. Well, now, I've been fighting these guys for 4 days now. This has been not fun, but hey, in a whole city full of religious people, you think there'd be a lot more capable people of helping, but apparently not.
Well, unfortunately, a lot of those capable people have been
I've heard. Well, where are you guys staying? I haven't slept in a long time, and I'm getting a little sleepy.
we have a and Alric will actually hear a message in his head. Do we tell him about the house or the inn?
Alec is not expecting that, so not sure how to respond. Just sort of thinking in and hoping that gets across. You see him sort of touch his temple, like press it for a second. Yep,
Please take your time. City's not burning or anything.
Okay, so with that, I hear. Then I tell him, yes, we have a room at the Sweeten Tower Inn.
Beautiful.
We can head there.
All right. Have you guys come up with anything else? Like, I can get through most of this, but there's just 2 or 3 at a time is the best I can do, and I burn through so much just trying to get that. Plus, if I'm dead, I can't help. But how many of you are there? Chester didn't really give me the details. It was just more Kargath needs help. Go. So I came.
There are 5 of them.
Better than 1. All right. Lead on. Tell me any plans you can come up with, because I don't think there's too many inside, but as long as no more demons come, I'll be fine.
Well, and as we're walking towards the inn, Clark will kind of, in a general sense, explain what the plan is. No,
Okay.
would be with everything.
I'm curious to see what's going on. I've heard a few strange things from up in this place over the years, but I've never had to come up here. Hopefully we can bring this back into the glory it once was. And there's a few strange things in here that I'll have to discuss with Abigail later. But hey. You guys know her, do you not? I think you've met. She's on the mend, at least.
Yes.
Whatever was affecting her brain has gone, so she's slowly almost back to normal.
I've come to question what is normal in this in this town, though.
Yes, I sense something odd in the center of town, but that's not for me to discuss. Now, lead away. I haven't been able to walk on my own 2 feet in a few days. Being an elemental's got its, pluses, but it's also got its minuses.
Yeah, I was thinking as we're walking back, we were having this conversation, so we were already on the way to the sweet and sour. So,
Okay. All right. I can't remember the exact name of the inn that you guys were at.
I think it was sweet something.
The Flawless Kettle is the inn.
It was the inn next to where the house is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
It was like here somewhere.
that one.
Yeah, I got 3. I can't remember exactly which one it was. It was either the Flawless Kettle, the Rainy Tusk, or the Hook and Anchor. One of them.
Hook and Anchor.
Was it the Hook and Anchor? Okay.
Sweet and sour is in my other campaign.
I wasn't gonna. I figured it's an inn. You'd know exactly which one it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know where it is. I can't see the sign from down here.
I know. I can't remember if it was the half elf in that one because you've been to 2. It's one of them. The Hook and Anchor, I think, might be the one where John was staying. I think you guys might be in the Flawless Kettle. One of them, anyway. Are you going to stop by the theater, or are you going to let them grab the mirror and do that while you guys go to the inn?
I think unless I see or hear a cry, I would just bring him to the inn to let him rest because he's just
Okay.
done a lot.
He's
I'd
almost
agree.
spent.
I'd agree with going to the inn. Especially since we've got a spent man and two of the shorter members of the group. Don't know how much help we'd be.
Okay. All right. So are you gonna? Which direction are you gonna go? Are you gonna go like up the where the theater is and then straight up, or a different path?
I was thinking maybe like
Go
And
up that way.
then-
Okay, perfect.
yeah, and
Okay.
then down this way.
All right. I don't need stealth checks going through there then. Okay. All right. So that'll take you a good 20-ish minutes to walk through there. We will go back to the theater. So when you guys are at the theater, in the process of lifting up the mirror, in behind you is going to walk, because you told John where you were and what your plan was. John and Sargon are going to be walking in with Deadman. Do you guys need a help? That looks a little
Yes.
heavy. Yeah.
Yep.
How are you guys doing? You guys look a little
Please.
healthy. You guys remember Sargon? Sargon's just gonna look at you guys and go nod, and you'll notice that on his turban that his whatever it was you broke is fixed.
I'm gonna be like, they'll point to my forehead and be like, glad to see it's working.
Yes, that
Sorry
was a
about that,
challenge.
but I couldn't think of another way.
Totally understandable at the time. Well, you guys look fresh. You're going to notice that John and Sargon look pretty much the same as Eldred. They are haggard. They're run down. They have been... It looks like John might have been out here a little bit longer than your 8-hour nap.
Yep. Owlin form had completely on the plan
Mm-hmm.
about trying to move this mirror over the wall and then move a mirror in the town so that we can just do a surprise attack from behind.
Sargon's just going to look at John and go, huh. These guys are pretty smart. I was just going to, walk through the fire and obliterate whatever I could, but that works too. John's
Because
just
the
going to look over
church
at
said
him.
they were struggling on the front lines. So make a new front line.
I like that plan. We never thought of using the mirrors because, well, I didn't really want to tell everybody about them. Just in
Well,
case.
that's why I was going to try and hide the hag layer. So take the mirror in the hag layer that leads to the theatre and put it outside in that house.
Okay.
So it's just a magical portal from one to the other. And ignore the hag layer in the middle so no one knows.
And ignore all the fire. I like that thought. Perfect. I'll grab an end.
The two of you want to get the inside so we can start processing, because time seems to move all fucked up in there.
Sure does.
Yeah, I'll grab it.
Okay. Yeah, we'll say so that mirror, are you gonna walk outside into the house
The
with it?
wall.
Okay.
We're going to walk to the wall with this one.
Okay.
The mirror inside the hag's lair is
That's
going to
already
go
there.
inside
Beautiful.
the house.
Okay.
So that they've only got to walk a short distance,
Beautiful.
because the time on that should be, hoping,
Yep.
somewhat similar to us walking the whole fucking distance to the wall.
Okay. So you don't want John and Sargon to help you carry it to the wall then?
I need if Annie's going to help me carry this to the wall, John
Okay.
and Sarah can carry the hag lair to the church, to the house.
Okay.
If that's okay with everyone else.
The main problem is the mirror itself is too big to go through another mirror.
Do you guys have any way of shrinking it with spells?
Sargon would. I think. Let me look at his character sheet. Did I manage to give him... No, but he could... He'd be able to. Do and reduce large, yeah. Sargon would be able to figure that out. John can't. Or I don't think. One sec. Who's got what spells? Nope, John's got it. Sargon can't, but John can. Sargon's got no spells left. I've already gotten rid of all his. John's got one. Okay. That'll work. So those two go right inside and start getting that done. Okay. So now you're eventually going to have both mirrors inside the hag's house. That'll be handy.
Can I get one of the mirrors downstairs? The one that's going to go to the theatre.
Down which stairs, sorry?
Like in the townhouse, in the house.
Yes, it'll go down there
everyone
easily.
walks upstairs and sees the other one.
Okay. That'll work too. So yeah, that's going to take probably a good hour-ish to get all this done.
Yes, fine.
Okay. All I'm going to need is anytime you are near this area, I need stealth checks.
Which area, sorry?
Right near the edge over here. When you guys come around. Or are you going to go around and outside and come through like the gate here?
I hadn't figured out how to fly it over yet.
Okay.
I was kind of hoping on a Clark to come back.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll get you moving towards with one mirror, you and Annie. All I'm going to want is some strength checks, please. It's
So
heavy.
this is a heavy mirror, huh?
Sure
Okay.
is. He had Kargath health the last time.
Oh no. Oh no. Okay.
No, because I still
Okay.
need to be able to lift it.
All right. That's close enough that one ends up, and Hal, you're kind of dragging your end a little, but it's moving. It ain't.
They're round, right? Can we roll it?
Do we want to break it?
Just in case, you might
Yeah,
not.
no.
It's
Yeah.
yeah. If you damage any of the frame, you're not too sure what's going to happen to the portal. Because you really don't know how they work. But
Only I can cast levitation on it.
you could do that too.
I don't know why I put
You
that.
only cast on self.
Oh, that's right. The boots. Yeah, you can only do it on yourself. Yeah, if you
I don't know
had
why, That do you want to break it sounds so much like the do you want to explode?
quite possible when magic gets damaged.
I was torn between identify and floating disc and took identify instead. Now I wish
Floating-
I'd done the other.
Floating disc. That's the one I was thinking of. Thank you. Yeah, it's moving. It's not perfect. And it's not really going to be quiet because you might drop your end a few times. But you do have it moving.
Cool. I was just kind of thinking, where am I? Map. Stopping about here in this house
Okay.
and putting a blanket over it, so it looks like we're moving around a mirror, not a magical.
Okay. Yeah, you'd be pushing close to 2:30 in the morning by now, so there's no one really paying attention. It's the more you get closer to the fire and people and things can see you that might be looking at you, that's when I need a stealth. So right now you are good. So we will take our break and come back and go from there.
Go.
Huzzah.
Alrighty.
It takes you guys a bit to get things in position. Over the course of time, with it was Alric and Clark. When you guys get to your inn that you were currently at, you guys didn't see John or Sargon because they're with the rest. You come to a boarded up door. But you do give me perception checks as you get there.
What? There we go. Perception.
Yep.
Ooh, 18.
You do hear a bunch of movement on the inside. But it looks like they've boarded it up so nothing can come through.
Clark will fly up to the second floor and try to go through the window in.
Okay, the same window that you did before, probably.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's not locked.
Good old, keep the familiar.
Yeah. Okay.
Consistency is key.
Oh, sorry. No, that was the other inn where John was, not this inn.
Well,
We'll say it's open. Different inn. I forgot. You guys didn't stay here long.
No.
While you're going inside, you are going to. Seems like this place is packed. Maybe not everyone wanted to leave to the caves or on a ship. Looks like the innkeeper has opened this up to whoever wants to come. You will see the neighbors that you got your tailoring outfit from. That was also a half of an orphanage, and all the kids are inside. Most of them are all sleeping. There's hardly anyone awake, but this place is fairly packed on the inside.
okay, then I will send a message to Alric. See if you can climb up, come through the window that I flew through.
Okay. Can I give you a warning to next time? That's really freaky. Yeah, I have climbing speed, so I can just climb it.
I need a stealth check from you though, because you're not flying.
Fair.
Flying doesn't make much sound.
Neither does a 2-foot person.
True. He doesn't weigh a lot.
Yeah,
But he could
clearly.
he could step on something that might creak or make noise. 22 is good. Yep. And you can climb that, no problem. Yeah, so as you guys...
As Alric gets to the window,
Mhm.
you see Clark with the feather up to his mouth going and pointing it at people sleeping. So that way try not to wake them.
Yeah, you'll see the elf just kind of float beside you. I don't want to wake them up, do you?
Why do you think I'm just like...
Well, I don't know which rooms are yours, but it looks like they all might be occupied. I don't suppose you have anywhere else I can have a nap? I can always just go to it.
Sorry.
No, go for it.
I can't remember how long we booked our room for, and some time has passed, so there's a good chance.
Yeah, they haven't seen you in 5 days.
Even if this hadn't happened, they'd...
Well, I can always go to a temple. Have a nap there. I'm good with that. I can hide. I can always crawl into a tiny spot and have a nap too. There's lots of holes I can crawl in. At least I only need 4 hours, so I'll be ready before morning to go again.
Then
I can meet you back here in 4 hours. Or you can just contact me if you like. Or how about I contact you in 4 hours? That might be easier.
yes, and then we can let's have this conversation outside. And
All right.
Clark will through the window again.
Okay. You're going to turn around and just see that he's turned into like a tiny little cat. And is just going to go curl up against someone and have a power nap. They won't notice one extra cat.
He looks rather slightly annoyed, and as he slowly tries to make his way down again silently.
Joys of high-level druids. Unlimited shapeshifts.
Yeah, unfortunately, my druid never made it to high levels
Hmm.
before going off the rails.
Yeah. Okay. So, you guys have left Eldred in your inn. Where would you like to go next? You do know that your friends were at the at the theater, moving the mirror. But from there, I don't know if they've told you where they are.
Not that I have heard.
Yep.
So, what do you think we head back towards that, where the fire is? Because I think that's where they may be headed.
Did you want to fill Kargath in at all? Because your house is right there, too.
Actually, no, that's a good point. We'd probably go to Kargath first before, since he's been out of the loop.
Yeah, so I think, we'll make a quick stop at the house and fill Kargath in and what exactly is happening.
Okay.
And then I was, heading down in this area.
Okay. Inside the house with Kargath, you will notice that he's got all the bodies kind of leaned up against somewhere. And also that John, Sargon, and Zatanna are in there having a conversation. It looks like she's a little bit on the mend. Sargon is in the process of going to have a nap. John looks like he's staying awake. But Kargath's going to ask if you want him to come with you or stay here.
Now, if I remember correctly,
Mm-hmm.
the end point for all this might. Well, I don't know. I think Kargath should sit and guard the mirror in case of any of the bad guys. You can play whack-a-mole
Okay.
and get them on that side. I don't
Okay.
think the house should be left unguarded
Okay.
since these crazy mirrors are involved.
Okay. That works. And he can always come through at a moment's notice if needed help too.
Yes.
That works for me. All right. While you guys are doing that, what is our other two crew doing with the mirror? Are you just going to sit and wait, or what's your plan?
The ones with the mirror.
Yep. You and Annie.
Stopped at the house and covered it up, right? We did tell
Yeah, we
we
were
did
stopping.
tell Clark and Alric the plan, right,
Okay.
before we all left,
Yes.
I believe.
Yeah,
Do you have an idea on how you want to get it on the other side? And how long is that sleep spell?
Sleep is only 1 minute, so he's awake and aware that.
Okay, I wasn't too sure.
he
Yeah,
just
you
took a
didn't.
nap.
You didn't. Okay, he just had a power nap. Beautiful. Okay.
Yep.
He doesn't know he fell asleep, but he. Okay. He's still there then.
is he naturally asleep because it's still nighttime?
No, he's on guard duty, so as long as nobody noticed him have fell asleep, should be okay. It's more the whatever's taking control of the body probably didn't have a clue what was going on. Anyway.
I could always conjure one of my little fey creatures to go around the edge of the fire, like go around this way up on the wall. I'm on the wrong button. Hold on. Go
That's
around this way, around the fire, and cause some type of distraction, like over here, to try to get the guard away, and then we can levitate the mirror up and over.
I can't cast levitate on anything but myself.
Yep.
But I'm not sure if I'm strong enough to lift the mirror on my own to levitate. And then also levitate only goes up and down, so we'd still need Clark to fly it over.
We can wait till he gets here, right? And then would that work then?
That would work. We're just waiting on Clark to turn up.
Yeah.
Okay. Which would be...
I don't... Because I can climb.
Well, you would have had about a 15-minute wait.
I couldn't climb and carry.
If I levitate it won't weigh anything.
Okay, but... Oh, yeah.
I can't levitate it.
Right, so we still need Clark, yeah. So we wait.
Okay. About 15 minutes later, Clark and Alric will show up. Which is now.
How strong are you?
I'm not. I have a -1 modifier.
Okay.
You've sent all your strength people away.
Yeah.
I have a -1 too. Like, that's why I was like, oh no, but it worked that time.
Yeah, I've got a +1. I was like, I'm a cleric, I need something.
Yeah, don't look over here, I've got a negative.
I knew we weren't strong, I didn't realise we were negative.
Yep.
How much does the mirror weigh?
Like, it's fairly solid, so it'd be like a good 200 pounds.
Oh my god.
It's massive.
That's fine. It's just between that and my weight, I'm not allowed to exceed 500 with the levitate.
Yep. Yeah, like, Kargath can carry 500 pounds. Because he's a Goliath.
I totally forgot about that.
Yep, he's got double carrying capacity.
All right.
You can always call him to come.
Yeah, but I still need to be able to fly him, which I can't do. I need to be able to try and hold it on my own.
True. You can give me a strength check to see if you can lift it.
Actually, I wonder how that would work. Levitate never says I have to be standing.
This is true.
So if I lay down and get the other two to lay the mirror on top of me, and then cast levitate, and then get the Owlin with his little talons to carry me by my collar. Using my feet and arms just to hold it, instead of actually to balance it instead of holding it.
I'm just looking up the spell. One creature.
Using your body essentially as a floating disc.
Yes.
So levitate does say one creature or loose object of your choice.
So if I levitate me, because I have to levitate me.
Yep.
My body should be able to withstand 200 pounds of pressure without being crushed.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Clark would then be flying at half distance because of the weight behind him of the mirror and not me.
So it would basically, I see what you're saying. It would basically make my flying difficult terrain.
Yes. because the weight you're carrying.
Yeah.
I'm pretty
But
sure
did
you can
they-
just cast levitate on the mirror. I think you can.
I just thought with the boots it was on self.
Oh, the boots themselves? Let me check.
Well, you wear
Oh,
these
yeah,
boots,
that's right,
you can
because
use an
it's on
action
you.
to cast
Right,
levitate
right.
spell on yourself at will.
Right. I forgot it was just you. Then yeah, I will still, because it's still 500 pounds. 500 pounds is 500 pounds. Yeah, because it'll let you move any direction. I'm okay with that.
So can we get the Owlin, no, not two people, whoever it is, to put the disc gently on me and not drop it?
Annie's the tallest. You guys would be able to at least tilt it to the point that Alric and Cleric can try to grab an end. But just even if you were underneath it, I'm just trying to think. Yeah, as long as you don't put the portal side, you'd be fine. Yeah. I was trying to think. I was trying to think of does the mirror have portal on both ways? I will say it's one. Because if it was both, this wouldn't work.
I was going to say, I thought it would have a backing to it to be hung on a wall.
Right.
Yeah. We'll go with that.
That was just my brain thinking normal mirror only has a front.
Yeah.
Because
we'll
the
say
other
it's got a
one-
back.
But last week we used it as kind
True. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, no, that's fine. I just need a group strength check to see if they drop it on you.
and
It's the other three and not me.
Yeah, you'd be on the ground unless you want to help, like, bring it down to a certain
I'll-
degree.
Have my
That
arms
Alric-
on it so that I can have it spaced properly.
Sure.
More of a glide than a strength check, I guess.
Okay. Either a group strength or someone with advantage.
I was gonna say, can we say that somehow Kerrigan helps just kind of like keep
I
it
think
steady?
he'd more get in the way.
Yeah, okay.
I don't think he would understand
plus
what you're
two
trying to
strength.
do.
Yeah, he's the only thing with like plus anything
Yeah.
to this. So
I know.
we're shot.
You left the best. You sent the druid away.
I don't think it was. I didn't do that bad. I got a 16.
I got a
Me too,
10.
yeah, we're good.
Okay, yeah, I'm. That's good enough for me to say this will work. Good enough. Do you want to deal with the 2 guards that might see you, or 3 guards first, or no?
Is there a guard on this tower?
You didn't see one, no, but you did see 2, like pretty
Yeah,
much
one-
on the others. Yeah.
Here.
So this
here.
one, might if you make noise, this one would be able to tell 2.
Okay, question.
Mhm.
If Hal if the mirror is sitting on Hal, would you
Yep.
consider that one creature?
Technically,
Like it-
yes.
Because anything he's wearing or holding,
Yep, that's
It's part of
technically
it.
yes.
I'm gonna cast invisibility on Hal and the mirror.
Okay, I like
That's
that
just
idea.
an owl flying.
It's just an Owlin flying. Okay,
It's a stealthy Owlin.
I like it. Yep. It's going to be hard to hold on to the mirror and the Owlin. That's going to be the tricky part.
No, the Owlin's holding on to me.
Okay,
the
either
talon.
that or he can put his talons on the mirror and hold the mirror and pull you.
Yeah, either or.
Okay.
Or I have rope. What I could do is tie one end around his shoulders and one end around his ankles as like and then grab in the middle as like a handle.
I'm okay with that too. I like that idea. Just remember, you're flying. You have something in your talons. If you had to cast a spell, you can only do anything that's verbal.
Or let me know before you want to cast so I can stabilize the levitate. And then you can let go, and then you can come back and pick me up.
Yeah, if you're going to
Okay,
try and cast any
but-
spells, like, you won't be able to use your loot, nothing.
So how has levitate going? Being pulled. How is invisible? The mirror is invisible. Being pulled by Clark, who can't cast spells.
I wouldn't go with rope because it won't be invisible, so they'll
Yeah.
see you just dragging a
Yep.
tensed up rope.
So I want to climb up because I want to use my claws and climb up and try to hide.
Okay.
Just outside where, like, I just kind of like to provide kind of a backup in case something
Okay.
does try to come in and Clark can't cast a spell. Like, I want to try to be in a position that I can provide some backup if necessary.
Okay, what's Karen
It's just
doing?
a shame that we can't just stick our heads halfway through the portals. Because otherwise, we could just be on the other side of the portal, like Hope's head rotating towards.
Just do, 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 do. Hands in, just do, 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 do.
You could have all you guys could also go into the portal and just wait.
Which probably wouldn't be a dumb idea, because unless I'm just going to put the portal in a house somewhere.
Yep, but it would just be down to 2 of you to move it.
Now, you said we could feel the heat off the firewall.
Sure can.
Can you tell me on the inside how far through that would go, roughly?
It's probably 15 feet wide. Like, yeah.
So, like this house here.
It's kind of hard
Would
to
be-
tell on the map because the house
Yeah.
itself would be like 50 feet long.
Yeah, I get that. So that house would be out of the heat.
That would be on the outskirts of the fire
Cool.
itself. Yep.
Because we could always do that, Clark. Drop it off in a house so that everyone can just pile out of a house like a clown car.
Will it? We'd have to make sure it would fit through whatever opening we try to get it through.
Yeah.
But that is not a bad idea.
That was my goal with the invisibility, that if we can't see it, you just kind of lay it in the middle of the wherever we need to.
Mm-hmm.
It should still be invisible, but we could still be able to get through it.
It only lasts an hour by the time we get the church through the townhouse.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that'll be fun by then. And as soon as you let go of it, it'll be
Although
visible.
that would be an amazing trap. Just a hole in the ground that you don't see until you've
Get a
gotten
portal.
through it.
Or just keep flying at enemies and just sucking them into the portal. Just disappear a few.
Alright.
I have a great idea, but this is something since you probably wouldn't think, but if you literally cast invisibility on the mirror and dressed like Kargath in a robe and just had him carry it so it just looks like he's got his arms out, you could just deliver the army that way.
Just
Uh,
fucking,
I was only thinking along the same lines of getting Kargath carry-ups and then casting out on Kargath, so it's just invisible
Yeah.
Kargath with an invisible mirror.
Yeah, exactly, or just that. Yeah.
Because I imagine the mirror is also invisible, he could see through it, so no problem whilst walking.
Yes and no. The mirror
What
is
do you
still
think?
technically there, so he wouldn't be able to see, but
But the mirror's invisible.
so is he, though.
Is he-
So,
yeah, but you can't
Can you see yourself?
invisibility when you're invisible. You can't see other invisible things.
no.
So technically
I
it would
just-
be a clear view, wouldn't it?
I don't know.
Because you can't even see your own hand with invisibility.
This is true. So, yeah. Yeah, no, that'd work.
Yeah, then you could just sort of charge people and just pop them through the portal.
And there's just a kill squad on the other side. Just
On the other
going,
side.
Literally a kill box.
That's funny.
Maybe for another time.
I know. The things you can do with a mirror. With a portal. Portable portal.
Well, that's kind of what I was thinking with Kargath in the house. If
Yep.
people pop in, you can pop.
Yep.
All right.
Fucking
So we're gonna
Kargath
try to get
loves
it.
that. Just a fucking endless spawn of people flying at him that he could fly.
Uh-huh.
Be so sad to miss it.
Shit.
So do we
Um,
want to get it to here, or try to get it in like this house here?
My thought was that house, because if we go too close to the guards, you'll be seen.
Do you want me to send a little fey creature up to try to distract them before you go?
Creature or humanoid?
Yeah.
Well, your other option, you could just like go up and over the fire and not worry about them, but that's up to you.
That was my thought, was to go that way, and then that way.
If you want to distract the guards, I think I've got a pretty safe way of I could do it.
You guys can have fun with distracting. We'll leave it up to your imagination.
I was
They're both
also
concentration.
thinking that I didn't.
I can't do both.
Okay, I was also going to say, is it fray creature or fray humanoid?
It's a creature. It's a fey spirit.
Because last time you summoned someone from the inn or something, didn't
It's
you?
Lucas Gardner.
Yeah. Please don't kill my gardener. That's why I, also a fey creature.
Yeah, it'd be funny.
Bulgarian.
One day you might summon Alric. He's still technically a fey creature.
Yeah, it's just. I mean, it's just. It's supposed to be. It's just a phase.
Yep.
It's a spirit.
Yeah, but
It
there's
is.
no
Not an
fey attached
actual,
to this
like-
place.
But the
It's not
only
like actually.
the only fey you are going to contact is the fey that are currently on the moon.
Right, but it's not. I'm not summoning like an actual being from somewhere else, right? It's a
No,
spirit.
you're basically taking their spirit of the person that you summon. Yep.
Well, that's terrifying. Okay, I thought I was just like. I thought I
Nope.
was just like basically conjuring like from this like magical ether, just like a form of.
You are. It's
What-
just
you
where
are.
did that ether come from?
Yep. It's still their spirit you take.
It just
Oh.
happens that the ether is also here.
Yeah.
Well, that's shitty. Okay,
Yep.
I feel really bad. Okay.
We'll do a percentile roll to see if by chance you get Cleric or Alric one day. Just their spirit comes in on them.
roll a
I mean, it could
both of them
technically
roll
be
a
my
potential
own.
die, and if
Yeah,
you match numbers, you get summoned.
Or that.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, if I accidentally summon my own spirit, what happens?
Yep. It's got to come from somewhere. Maybe I'll make a list of 100 people that you summon every time you use it. Who you get? Maybe I'll do that. That'd be fun for me.
It's its own little wild magic table.
Yeah.
but Which fey you summon?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna do that because now I feel really bad because this whole thing is about people's trapped souls. So okay,
Hey, you might get Lady Tandrin one day. You never know.
piss her off. Okay,
Yeah, but
So
her spirit might be a little bit more harder to kill.
Yes, I'm positive I can do a good distraction and get away easily. If you would like that.
yeah,
Yeah, okay. Question for the GM.
Yep.
Is the fire higher than the wall or lower?
A little bit higher. Like the fire itself would be probably they'd be roughly the same, but a little bit higher.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there would be no. If I happen to drop the mirror, there would be no big.
No, not with the
Right.
levitate spell. Nope.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then, I think yes. Let's take the more direct
Okay.
route to that house. So you'll fly. Whoop up up up. Up, 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 up.
Okay. Give me a stealth check, please.
Stealth.
I don't need to because I'm invisible.
You're invisible. Now, did you guys go in the mirror, or are you for Annie and Kerrigan? Or are you gonna just try and do something else yourself?
Yeah, since they're going down and over, yeah, we'll go in so that we can hop out.
Okay.
Yeah, so
17 stealth.
17.
Ooh, I rolled a 13. What do they have? Nothing. Passive perception of 11. What are you? Nothing. And yep, nope, you're good. I got one under that. So as you guys are coming over, sorry, did Alric go in, or were you going to do a distraction after?
Did you need the distraction to get over there, or the
We shouldn't
distraction?
do.
They
We're trying to
did
get
not.
away from the guards, so we should be okay unless
In
a
which
random
case-
guard pops up.
In which case, I'll be in there
Okay,
waiting.
beautiful. All right.
What I want to know is what happens when they jump in the mirror.
They are on the other side of the mirror in the amphitheater currently.
Okay. I was wondering if they were carrying it and fucking just keep flying out as it's being carried.
Yeah, like for them going through the mirror, like time completely slows down for them. So like by the time they're jumping in, as soon as you guys start to move, you guys are going to be on the other side before they're even through the portal. So you might have to wait a while for them to come back out.
That's right.
Yep.
Well, I was also thinking okay, so we get it to the house right outside this house here.
Yippers.
Yep.
Is there like is the door big enough to go in?
For the most part, this house is kind of like the rest. This isn't burnt as terrible, but it is still slowly burning. But it is mostly brick. There are a few places. There is a back door. There is a front door. You will have to give me perception checks to see what you can see, because it is still quite dark, even though there's lots of light from the fire. You
Well,
can't
I was
really
also
see
thinking-
inside.
Am I
I
able
don't know
to?
how like tall the mirror is or wide. Will it fit through in the door of the
Yeah, like
aisle?
it'll go through like the door. You'll have to turn it side, like flip it down and angle it, but it is big enough. Like these are fair size houses to get through, but it'll be tight and quite.
I got a
hard.
19 perception, so
Okay. Inside, you don't see anything in around, but you do see lots of patrol cultists up and down, slowly walking. So you don't have much time before you might have a patrol in your area. They rolled terrible on their perception rolls.
okay. Now Clark isn't the strongest dude, but it's
Nope.
still levitating, so he could like I could just see the guards coming up, finding me, and what are you doing? But he's gonna do that tilt and push it through the door,
Okay, strength
And-
check, please.
quietly try to shut the door behind him.
Okay, give me. What are you doing first? You're gonna have to open the door.
Yeah, gonna
Okay.
open the door quietly. So
Okay. Give me another stealth check. The first one was to land. This one's to see if anyone hears the door open. Perfect. It is nice and oiled, or the sounds of the fire, whatever. So it does open. Inside this place, like this looks like it would be like a house that one of the like priests or clerics of the temple lives in. It is currently, you don't hear anything, you don't see anything other than
Is it
like
empty?
picture frames. It does look like most things are damaged and melted in here from a fire at one point.
okay,
It will have
So
a
since-
basement, like second floor. There's a lot of rubble.
well, Clark will do his best to try to push the mirror through the door
Okay.
without knocking any of the bubble, making big, loud
Okay,
sounds.
so you're gonna just keep Hal holding onto it then. I need a strength check from Hal to try and hold on as you are tilted sideways to try and get in now. You can hold on to it when it's flat, but it is shifting in your hands and you are having a really, really hard time holding on to this. You're gonna have to be quick. You're to the point where you're almost dropping it.
Can I just whisper, hurry up?
Yep.
Then I will try.
Okay, give me another strength check, please, to try and get him in quickly.
11.
11. And one more strength check from Hal, please, to hold on as he keeps trying to shove you through this tight spot.
Not good.
You drop the mirror with a loud thunk.
Is the mirror okay?
Give me a perception check from the mirror. You're still holding onto a corner, so it's still invisible. You didn't hear any cracks coming from the mirror, no.
That's good.
But you do know that you're going to have to let go of it to help Clark get it through.
Would I have sensed any type of jarring or anything from the other side?
No.
Okay.
No, the concentration on the invisibility is it's just a straight spell. It's not concentration, is it? Or I can't.
Can I not? Nuts. Invisibility.
It's
a cast and forget.
Yeah, she casted it on you, so if you grabbed it again, I think it would probably go invisible.
I was thinking not letting go, but taking my feet off to have ground leverage to help me drag it.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
To try and push yourself through?
Well, put feet on the ground and try and help.
Okay. From the side, you would lose... this thing's dragging, just to let you know. So it might make sound. Yep. But I'm okay with that. So yeah, just... Yep, another strength from both of you, please.
Oh, wrong one.
And a stealth from both of you.
Was it meant to be a dexterity?
I think strength.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so Hal's not doing great with the strength.
That was two twos in a row on the strength.
Clark's doing good. The 12 stealth. Let's see if anyone hears that.
Stealth, I got 18.
Okay. You do hear a few footsteps coming from outside. But that is enough with Clark helping you to get it through and close the door.
Cool.
But you do hear a lot of people outside now. They're not speaking at all, but you do hear a lot of movement. What do you want to do now?
Jump in the mirror. That's what I'm just going to say. Just jump in the mirror.
Well, we got to make sure it's leaning up against something before we jump in first.
In here, jump in the mirror.
The mirror becomes visible once you're not touching it.
Yeah.
And pretty much right now is when you guys finally get through the mirror.
Okay, and I'm still telling him to jump in the mirror. I'm not letting go. Jump in the mirror.
Jump.
So, are you leaving the mirror on the ground, or
I'm
what you
staying holding it. I'll put levitate back on myself,
Okay.
and I'm just going to tell him to jump in the mirror. And now it's invisible still with me holding on to it, and when they open the door, there'll be nothing.
Okay. Because
And
I
I'm
was
levitating,
thinking
so I won't make noise on the ground.
he could have just flew and stood you back up, but that'll work too.
Yeah.
Okay. Where? Yeah,
Mike
you
only
don't.
has a 12 intelligence. It takes him a minute to catch on.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you don't hear anyone try to open the door. They're more looking around outside, not through a door itself. Because this place looks demolished and deserted. They wouldn't think there's anybody here.
Yes, I'm going to try and get close to the roof of the levitate because I can control up and down. So I'd lie flat and then get to the roof so they'd walk underneath me even if they did come in.
Okay. So, in the house
Plus,
itself, like
You're
you're
doing
only
a
like
Mission Impossible.
Pretty much, they've
Yeah.
Howard's on a mission.
you're literally like most of there's not much of a roof left in this place. Like you'd be able to get to the second floor because there's so much damage, but there's not really a lot of maneuverability inside.
I can only go up and down anyway, so
Yeah, the back entrance, you'd be able to, like, nothing's coming in, so you'd be able to set it down within, like, 10 feet of the door anywhere.
yeah. I'll do that once I feel like it's safe.
Okay. Probably doesn't take too long. You'd realize after, like, 2 or 3... like, that's a good one. Like, maybe 2 or 3 minutes before whatever guards are outside passes by. But you got a sense that there was probably 5 or 6 of them by the sound.
Cool.
Yeah.
As I feel it's safe, I'll try lean it on an angle.
Okay. Strength check,
And then-
please, as you set it on the ground, just to try and move it on your own.
Strength.
Yep. It's 2.5.
Can't be another 2. Wait, it's not a 2, guys.
Okay, give me a dex save for the mirror.
Oh, come on.
Yep. With an 8, you kind of lose. Nat 1 was the only thing that was going to make it fall and put you through it, and it was going to be flipped over.
It stopped on a 17, and then did its final little roll into the 3. I was
That's
like,
okay. If it was a Nat 1, it was going to lay on top of you on the wrong end, and you were going to be in the amphitheater, and you're going to have another mirror upside down you'd have to go back to. So, it manages to just kind of lean, but it kind of tilts over, so it's not upright. But it is there, yes.
I'm going to pull through it.
Okay. So, yep. Once you all are on the other side, you have now a mirror that's in a house.
So do I spawn in the house or the amphitheater?
Currently in the amphitheater. They haven't moved it yet.
I'm going to tell him to hurry up and move it, and then run to the church.
Okay. Because you guys are going to have to take that mirror through the other mirror, so they haven't...
That was John's job.
John's job. Yep, he had to wake
So
up
I'm going to leave
Satana.
that for John, because we've done our job. I'm then going to go to the church to inform them of a portal that we have been able to make with John's help.
Okay. So, just remind me again. So, John's got to go through the mirror to the house to grab the amphitheater mirror to bring into the house. Okay.
Yeah.
All
And
right.
take downstairs so that no one sees the upstairs mirror.
Yeah. By the time you get all this done is when John and Zatanna are just in the process of getting that done.
Cool.
Yeah. So pretty much
Because I
you
know-
guys see them in passing.
That's fine. I kind of don't want to be in the amphitheater or a house for as long as possible. I generally just kind of want to sprint. Because I know the
Understood,
time's
because
all
the
fucky.
time is a little fucky. Okay. All right. I think that is a great spot to end and pick up there next session. Hopefully we have
Cool.
Kargath. Yeah,
It would
so we'll
make
finish
this
with...
marathon.
Now
We'll
we're
finish...
thinking of portals.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, I had...
I think
That was not what I planned for today. I have 15 sheets up with people that were going to attack you, and I don't need any of them today.
You guys are
That's
welcome.
the best. Yeah.
This was fun. I enjoy this so much more because now I have a lot more things to plan for because I didn't think you were going to bring anybody else with you.
No, we're going to bring the whole church with us.
Right. Okay.
now I want to go play Portal 2.
That was fun. Well, thanks, guys. So we'll pick up
it was-
next session with you talking to everybody in the temple and going over the plan as John and Zatanna and the rest of them with Kargath start getting the portal into the house. Cool.
Cool.